So we did Mr. Douglas, and let me get this mic. We done Mr. Douglas last one. Owned a theater, downtown Macon, motel, on the Green Book. So we got Miss Mosley that way. I forgot his name, but he died in Pearl Harbor down that way. Medal of Honor recipient right there with a big American flag and a monument. But today I'm going to come down and do a video. This person was born 1837, I believe. Born a slave in Crawford County. The masters bought him, moved him to Macon. Crawford County ain't but about, it's maybe, I say 20 miles west of here. So he was born a slave. He went to Macon with his master, and he taught himself how to read and write, which was was against the law back then for a person of color to self-educate or get education. But he was a slave. After the Civil War, he gained his emancipation, became a tailor, and everybody knew his name. His name was Jefferson Long, and everybody called him Jeff Long. He had Jeff Long tailors, suits. Well, when the Civil War ended, they could, people of all race could vote and even run for office. So a special elections was held. He ran for Congress of Georgia, and he won. He was the second African American to be inducted into Congress. First one from the state of Georgia, and also he was the first African American to speak on the House floor. And he was imposed of a bill that will not let the old Confederacy people that were in the House take an oath to the Union. Here's his grave right here. Congressman Jeff Long. This is the grave of Jefferson Franklin Long. He was born in 1836, March 3rd. Died in February 4th, 1901. He was the 41st representative of Congress, first black man to represent the state of Georgia, from 1870 to 1871. Even though he only served 3 months, he was able to be the first black African American to speak on the House floor. He was opposed of the bill that wouldn't require the Confederate states rejoining the Union from swearing allegiance to the Union. They didn't have to do that, and he opposed that bill. After the 3 months, he couldn't run again because of Reconstruction. That's what they called it, Reconstruction. So he was no longer eligible to run for Congress. He retired back to Macon, Georgia here, and he lived out his life doing what he was doing before as a tailor. He was born a slave in Crawford County. He was bought by his master, bought him and moved him to Macon, and he worked in Macon. He taught himself how to read and write. And then, like I said, went on to be a congressman. I think it's fascinating to have somebody born a slave to become a congressman and speak at the House of Representatives. So I think one day I need to come up here and clean all this right here.